Position, you start. 10. We're doing 10. So,
counting.
Everyone ready position? Tell us when you're starting, Peter.
Starting.
Go! One, liberty, victory! One, life, liberty, victory! Two, life, liberty, victory! Three, life, liberty, victory! Four, life, liberty, victory! Five, life, liberty, victory! Six, life, liberty, victory! Seven, life, liberty, victory! Eight, life, liberty, victory! Nine, life, liberty, victory! 10, reclaim America!
Reclaim America!
We'll work on that final shot. America is dead. Long live America. America is a bleeding carcass bereft of the moral foundations which made it powerful. The America of modernity is little more than an economic zone in which the dollar is used. A unified culture no longer exists due to internationalized migration. A powerful morality no longer exists due to steady erosion of the history of the nation. Nothing about the current system is sustainable. The nation lives on, not the marble halls, the state, or the rivers and the mountains of the country, but in the hearts of the determined. Within these faithful views, the true inheritance of the nation carries on. The form of being our great nation will be something that is rooted firmly in the natural laws that bind humanity to reason. They are the very same laws which led civilizations to ruin if they are ignored. In this sense, no temporary solutions will show themselves to be an option. No half-truths or compromises can lead to peace. Man cannot and should not define the laws of nature. The world in which he does grows increasingly nightmarish. The life of the average American will change during this transition. It will be a great change, a change that will imbue struggle in his soul. He will emerge on the other side of this great national upheaval as a new man, a stronger, more dedicated servant to his people, and a staunch protector of his defender and his family. He will no longer know the age of material, of illness, of disunity. His neighbors will fit the term in more than just normal fashion. He will be removed from the decadence and given community. He will be protected from barbarism and given civility. His nation will be extended family, not a land of strangers where once a people stood. He will no longer be sold a life that will never come. A life of working for something that is neither rewarding nor spiritually beneficial. Turmoil will give way to
Individualism, while originally good in concept and proposition, has been allowed to run rampant in our modern society, where it has become a plague in its amplification. The nation of the future will not abolish the individual, nor will it ruthlessly enforce the sole collective. The merits must be structured to complement one another. Every man exists as a member of several collectives, and of these collectives, a select few identities have strategically been stripped from our people's sense of self. You are a member of a family, community, a nation, and a race beyond that. These are the natural classifications that have been given to all men, young and old, rich and poor. Only by the encroaching rot of internationalization have these ties been weakened, and in many cases ultimately broken down. Alongside this, many have been so bereft of these invaluable aspects of their identity that they have been led to hate themselves and their people, and even view their prevalence as detrimental to one's well-being. Law is often but the tyrant's will. Thomas Jefferson said that. However, it must be noted that you exist as an individual, but you do so in accordance with your family, community, nation, and race. You must never exist in spite of them. To see yourself solely as an individual is misguided and lacks an ethical basis. Your actions are not your own, in the sense that they almost all... Every group has a common interest in the form of survival, prosperity, and progress. What we see illustrated so well in our current age is also the prevalence of collective threats. In order to survive as a culture, a heritage, and a way of being, our nation must learn that its collective interests are fighting against its collective threats of displacement and enslavement. In times of turmoil, such as we find ourselves in, the thousand muttering tones of our people must shape themselves into a single, unified voice. Through unity and through the civilizational focus on a set of ideals and goals, human accomplishment will to its full potential. The great question of our civilization has preoccupied itself with asking has been how one can achieve the greatest amount of personal pleasure. The rise in this question's primacy in the collective unconscious of our people has correlated exactly with our decline. Our people and our civilization should occupy themselves with asking the question. And European identity, which has allowed it to succeed. A nation without all its people realizing a common identity is no nation at all. This is the last page. The previous era has been spent diluting the definition of what an American is. The coming era will refine the definition of an American to the American people. Our movement is revolutionary, yet familiar. We bring forth the traditions of our past imbued with new vigor to bring us closer to our grand vision. Our tradition.
The prevailing order instills and seeks to make unquestionable the value of a lifestyle wherein a man is turned into an oyster. They seek to make men stationary, sedentary, to forbid them to the experience of their youth offers, and make them blind and untrusting to that which they can see with their own eyes. There was never a revolution composed of the obese. There was never a revolution composed of the lazy and the content. Organizing, activism, resistance, and idealism provide the great antidote to the only seeming alternative that is submission and slavery. Action necessitates that one travel and learn and gather compatriots to their cause, who will then become brothers in their efforts and their lives. Activism gives a voice to the common man. Extra politics conceives of a way...
I think you skipped a page.
I did?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Blooms. A young man can shake off the malice of modern comfort, reject the vices which pursue him, travel the
another page.
What? No, I did not.
This world can be seen as the demoralizing abyss of squalor.
what I have. Next page.
Thus, the proving grounds of legitimacy lay open, yet not undisturbed. The rising space wherein the true rulers of the people, government or not, will grow and expand boundlessly, so long as the state leaves untended its natural duties. We must assume that it will. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us to organize fanatically in pursuit of a truly rooted and foundational politics which raises up the common man as his own instrument of liberation against tyranny.
Tyler, put your mask on.
As old as societies themselves. From the days of prehistoric totems signaling one tribe's supremacy over another, to the skyscrapers clad in LED screens that turn night into day, perception is shaped by the language of the common spaces of the social body. Art is a language, the ideas of those whose power allows their creation. There is a reason the internationalist regime wants so desperately to destroy the artful creations of our past.
Three, two, one, go!
Are you using a mouth guard for yours?
Mine was way too small.
How long is one?
Have you used it before?
Mouth guard? No, I bought it at the Walmart.
Alright, let's go, let's go. There we go. One hand is off. One hand is off.
30 seconds.
Oh! Throwing those Hail Marys. Alright, alright.
Here's this one.
Alright, up. Oh, Bill's trying to bully me. Bully with his weight.
Hands up, both of you.
seconds.
The big one. The big one.
Time.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Get in there. Get in there. Keep your form. Keep your form, Victor. 1, 2. 1, 2. Jab, jab. Power. Don't go both hands at once. Jab, jab. One arm. Don't be pushing. Punch, punch. Get some punches in. Oh, still got more time. Still got more time. Don't be pushing. Don't be pushing. That's not good form. Yes,
5 seconds.
get in there, 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go. That's it. You're done. I got the time.
Here we go. New guy. New guy. Oh, Max, he doxed him. Nice, nice. Yeah, you definitely done. Nice.
Yeah. Shit.
There we go, there we go. There we go.
Ah.
Yes. So, all right. So, once you get your patches,
This is allowed to be worn, but it's not the official what you're wearing. This is a PF patch.
this right
You
here,
can buy those.
this is called a Chevron band. This is what every activist is wearing on their hat. Oh. This right here
How long is this one?
5 seconds. Okay.
Nice.
You're ready to put it zip up the jacket, fold it over, kind of center it so that it's rectangular. Fold the sleeves in like that so that you can still see the patches, but keep that rectangular shape. Move to the other side so that now you have a nice rectangular, pretty much the width of the hood. Now what you do, you roll really tight from the bottom in. So you keep rolling, roll, kind of like a tortilla. Once you have it rolled right up to the base of the hood, yep. And then what you do is you tuck in the sides, do one more good tight roll, and you take the hood. You put each side of the hood So if you have a contour jacket and it has a strap on the hood, you pull the strap over, and that keeps it nice and secure. Then what you do, take off your hat and your mask. You put your mask right over your jacket. Then you take the patches off your hat, you slip them under the mask, and you put the hat right over the whole conglomeration. That way, you have a nice tight ball that can stick into your bag, and it conserves all the space so you can fit more materials in there. That's it. Alright, touch. Alright, just let it go, Peter.
Go.
Heavy dude.
It's not BJJ. Nice. Stick and move. Take it out.
5 seconds remaining. Ding, 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 ding.
It turns into a slugfest at the end there.
Actually, don't go hunting, right?
Your goal is to keep them alive. If you do that, you're lame.
Keep one hand by your face.
Hold off one. Try to put them so they're only on one.
Get him, Philip!
Big fucking crowd. Four, 3, 2, 1, time.
Unless you know guard, unless you know like